Yes, ma'am.
All right, guys, this is gonna be quick and sweet. After a kind of long hiatus, we're gonna start back up reviewing. Um, we're just gonna go first through some major tickers, and then we'll close it up and call it a day. All right, we'll start with Apple. If I can get this green. Um,
That's Americana.
oh, I'm sorry. American. Um, so a lot of things were positive today and into the pre-market because of Trump news with the EU tariffs and how he wants them to be delayed, I think, until the July 9th. Um, so as you see here, you got a big hanger coming up that came up today. Um, and then basically just went up all day and returned back to VWAP. But even with returning back to VWAP, if you got in around 11:43, you got about a 25 um cent difference. If you got in out here, then you probably got like what's this, 35-40 cent difference. Not a lot to write home about. Um, but it was something. We're in our buy area for American anyway, so um, you know, probably not too bad of a buy. Uh, now we're at Apple. Um, so Apple took a nosedive. We remember that. And now we're just kind of operating in a range here, back and forth. We're again at the buy level. If you like this range, this $200 level. So it may be a good buy for you if you're dealing within this range. We have a hammer here. You would expect everything to go up today anyway. Uh,
It's not really a hammer. It's just a neutral candle. It's just a regular candle.
oh, okay. I'm sorry. I didn't see this wick here. I thought it was like this, just this wick. All right. Miss Munoz corrected me. There is another wick here, so it's kind of in between. Um, I only saw the bottom candle. So we kind of have an in between neutral candle. We had a hanger, then everything went up, and now it's kind of like but it is in the buy zone that we like for this range. So if you like it, maybe a good buy Who knows how much it's gonna come up? But it may be worth it. And today definitely was a good day where you could have made a couple bucks. Um, we won't do AMD, Amazon. We'll take a look at that. Um, so Amazon is kind of like, I don't know why we don't have a level for this. All we do is further down. Um, Obviously this is an area where it's gathering speed and has done before. Let's see, do I have a drawing tool? So this 180 level, who knows if we're gonna get back here. It seems like we're kind of going higher. So probably not the greatest for buying right now. If you had waited a few weeks ago, you probably could have got something closer to the 180 level and watched it come up. But when you're not reviewing, you miss things like this. Um,
It's
this
still at a decent zone because it's at the 100.
this looks like it looks like it could be a baby hammer, but I don't know if I'm seeing it well. Okay. It has a small wick here. Um, but we missed our greatest area right here. Not sure if this is moving within a range too. So we'll see if it starts to come back, or if it continues to go up, and we'll know from there. Again today, like with other stuff, pre and post market or post and pre market, things jumped up, and then I can't get my we VWAP line coming in, but we can see that things went up and continued to go up, where you could have made a couple bucks. BA, I'm not looking at that. Banco, we'll just see where that's been at. Um, Bank of America, this was another one that Friday into Monday just went straight up. It was a good day for making money. Overall, Banco crashed. We know what time this was. And since then, Banco's just been going totally up. Um, it seemed like, you know, it capped out right around here and then started coming back down. So I don't know if now this is gonna come back in a range too or not. This is obviously one level. This is, I don't need to even scrunch up because this is totally all-time highs. Um, like we had been. Oh, yes. It almost made here, but it didn't. It never got back to all-time highs. So maybe it's coming back up. Maybe it's gonna keep going in a range, but it's definitely not anything you can say for certain. Um um Caro 124. We'll just look at just this quick to see that it did come back up. So for some reason, cars are, you know, getting
It's
to
on hard buy
an area where people want them to. I don't know why this would be coming up at all.
because the tariffs, a quote unquote, on cars, on foreign
Um,
cars.
I have no idea why this would be coming up.
The tariffs.
Um, no, I heard you. I was just, I was saying, I don't know why it will come up. Explain why you think the tariffs are making things.
Because the cars are more expensive and therefore they're going to be more expensive to rent.
So that would make the stock go up.
It will be a catalyst, even though, but it's also an excuse to bring it down because, like, if you notice, it's on hard buy.
Yeah,
If you go, if you go
people
to
want to go
Ford or
there.
something else, are they going up too? Even Tesla's going up, even though nobody's buying that caca.
But this is more rentals though.
Yeah, but the rentals have to be bought
No, but I'm saying Carl makes it money when people rent the cars, not when they buy
Yes,
it.
but in order to rent the cars, you have to buy them still too.
Yeah, so that's why I'm saying why would it that's why I don't understand why the stock would be going up. Because
Because if a car is more expensive to buy, in order for you to make the profit for that expense, you have to raise the price of the rental.
so you would think that less people would be renting them. So that's why I'm wondering why it would
But
be
they
going
still have
up.
to charge it. So
Of
people are
course,
still there's not gonna be as many people renting them, but there's still gonna be people that need to rent it.
yeah, of course. But I'm just saying I'm just surprised that it would be going up like this because of tariffs. Because you would think the more expensive something gets, people wouldn't do it as much. That's all. But I'm thinking.
Yeah, but it's the market makers making it also go up because like why would Tesla go up? It doesn't even make any sense, but it's going up the yin yang.
But Tesla sells cars because Tesla,
Yes,
their
but
stuff is
it's all
mostly manufactured.
associated.
Tesla stuff is manufactured in the US, that's all I'm saying. Most of it. So they're not as much affected by this. But Turkey, I just don't understand why it's going up. Um, it's not at a really a level yet.
How was the earnings?
So if it
How
closes
was the earnings
yeah,
on the last one?
it could possibly come down. So maybe this 160 area is possibly an area where it could break back down. I just don't know. Yeah.
Can you check? Can you
No,
let me know what the earnings were for the last two?
I'm gonna check it.
Okay.
Um, earnings are it beat earnings for by 40% based off of this, but it's still losing money, but it beat earnings.
Mm-hmm.
And then it missed revenue.
Mm-hmm.
And before
Hmm.
so it's probably going up because of this, the legacy of this here. So Q4, it made a lot of money and was expected to lose money. And then obviously it had three misses in a row. So it's probably coming up for that. Um, so this could fill the gap here and come up, but let's just see how long this lasts.
The reason it went up from that level is because that's a level from like 2021.
This level is for 2021.
That like $50 level.
Oh, you're saying this level's from okay, the 55, 50.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You want me to scrunch in so you can see it or
If you want
yeah.
to.
So this level here. So you're saying that's why it's going up because it hit this level
That's
and
up to
it's
that,
basically a
COVID level.
Um, uh, right after COVID level, and that's why it's coming back up. So we'll see if it's here and starts to come back down or continues to go up. Um, oh shoot, I could see this. I've been wrong with Carl many times before, but I could see it getting to this area. I don't see why it would be coming up, but it's come up plenty of times before, so we'll have to watch and see. Um, let's see, I got about 4 minutes. Kava. Kava's been very weak. I'm just gonna show this just to show it because I'm in it in my cash account, and um this thing has been very, very weak. It couldn't even come snap out here and continue going up. There's no reason for it to stop here. And so it couldn't even keep going up. Not sure what's going on here. Um, it missed the last time, by I would say a minor amount, but other than that, it's been doing good. And even in the miss, they've been making money. So I don't get it, but hey, um, it's a new IPO, of course. Um, but still, it's kind of I really like this level, and maybe it's coming back down to come back up. It did cross here, um, but it has to show me a lot more because it's just been terrible. Um, Disney. I don't even want to waste time looking at that. Dick's, I think they have earnings this week. Uh, okay. So that tells you everything. The 28th. Um,
Nvidia has earnings tomorrow.
this is all a downturn. Um, this has been going down. So I don't see where it would stop at. But like everything today, it did have a up day. Um, ooh, EBC, $15. Hmm. Okay. Um, Not a bad area, but it got down to 14. It looks like it could be going up, but the blue line is overriding it, so you do have to be careful here. Will we get back to our initial IPO? Not a bad price. April, May, June, July. Um, I would like it if I didn't see this blue line going over the red line. Blue is, so I'm not sure. Google, let's take a look at that. And then we'll look at NVDA and call it a day. Um, this is about to have a crossover. This looks like it was coming back up. Um, but it is. It looks like it's gonna do a crossover, so I would be skeptical of it. Um, I just feel you can't trust anything now. Um, to me, it's like, why would things break out? So I would think this would be headed back down, but that's just me. All right, we'll look at NVIDIA since Ms. Munoz mentioned that for earnings. Um, again, ooh, it looks like this bounced up just like everything else. Um, so let's see, you got in it here. Not too much, maybe $1 and a little change. You know, not really that much. It did kind of wick up here. I don't know what indication is that, but if this cross and then continue to go up. Um, NVIDIA has been moderately, relatively weak recently because of some China BS. It hit rock bottom and then started to pick back up. Um, which makes sense because people are gonna buy it. Um, it seems like it could come back up, but uh, if you're gonna trust earnings, you want to dance with the devil, you can do so. Um, but more than likely, they'll come back down to